everybody and welcome back to a Friday reviews video because today is Friday and today I have 4 movies to talk about, which is pretty good going. Usually I have 3, so yep, I watched 4 movies this week and I'm super happy because I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because I was quite behind with the Monday movie hunts. I had 2 of May's that I'd half watched, and then I had 2 of June's to watch, and then I was doing okay with July, but it's August now, so like I really needed to catch up, and it was kind of, I kept thinking, right, I need to watch those May movies, I need to watch those May movies, and it was just dragging me down. Well, not massively, but still, when I thought about Monday movie hunts, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing very well. I actually do have one February one still, but I'm just pretending that doesn't exist until later on in the year when I'll go back and watch that one. Anyway, so the 2 May movies, well, I'm just going to run through which ones I watched first, and again, as the last few videos, if you look in the comments section down below or in the description, you can skip ahead to any review that you would like. So the movies I'm talking about today, and in this order of which I watched them, we have A Monster Calls, which was a May movie. We have The Great Wall, which was a June movie. La La Land, which is my other May movie. And finally, The Boss Baby, which was this Monday's new release, so that's awesome too. So yeah, those are the 4 I'll be talking about. So first up, we have A Monster Calls. Now, what I did with the first 3 films, I had half watched them all, which is always a terrible thing to do, and then I left them unwatched for a little bit too long. And so one evening, we watched the ends of all 3, and I was like, thank gosh. So I thought I had 40 minutes left of each, but it turned out I had like an hour and 10 minutes left of this one. I wasn't too far into it. And when I started watching it, I literally finished the book that same week, so I read the book for this, which is written by Patrick Ness, but it was based off an idea of somebody else, and I've completely forgotten their name, so I'm sorry about that, but I thought it was important to mention that it's based off an original idea of somebody else's. Anyway, the film came out. I was really excited about it, really looking forward to it. It was quite a big film release. It's got quite a good cast. We've got Sigourney Weaver in it, Felicity Jones, Liam Neeson, Lewis McDougall, which I guess is the kid. And I was really looking forward to it. When I started to watch it, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm really feeling this. It's quite a depressing film. It's quite dark. It's about this boy whose mum has cancer, and he's trying to deal with that, and then he kind of has these visits from this tree. It sounds weird, it is kind of weird, but it's very kind of, it goes quite deep. That's all I'll kind of say. And so I just wasn't sure how I was feeling about it. Anyway, so I came back to it this week and I watched the rest of it, and I'm really glad I left a space, to be honest. I'm really glad I didn't watch it straight after the book, because I gave the book 5 stars. I loved the book. I felt like it got to a level that I thought was very important. I thought it kind of really dealt with some important thoughts and questions and things, not only just for, because obviously Lewis is maybe 14, 13, he's in high school, and so not only for children, but I think for adults as well. I think not only children will struggle with those thoughts, but adults would as well, especially when dealing with such a big thing like the little boy has to, whose name is left me. Connor O'Malley, that's it. Okay, so Connor's dealing with a lot, and I loved the book. This, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was well made. I thought that all the messages from the book came across really well. I thought it translated very well from book to film. There wasn't anything that was like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? It was really good book to film adaptation, I will say that. But I feel like maybe the problem was, for me, it was so similar that I kind of thought, well, I don't know how to explain it. This one is just tricky for me. Of all the ones, this one I just don't know how to explain my thoughts or get them together, because I don't know what I thought about it. I gave the film 4 stars. I definitely don't think, I wasn't going to downrate it, because I think it's a good, important film. And if you haven't read the book and you're not into reading books, I think this is great. But I did read the book, and I preferred the book, as typically happens, and I feel like you could just read the book and be satisfied. I didn't feel like I needed the film. That's what I'm trying to say. But I feel like for people who haven't read the book, the film will be very good. And like I say, it deals with a lot of questions regarding kind of grief and struggles, and I don't know, it deals with a lot. I think it's a very important film and a very important book, and I feel like it raises questions that other films and books that are targeted around the subject don't bring those things up, and I feel like this one did a really good job of doing so. And yeah, I feel like maybe it was the way that it was in film didn't translate as well to me as it did in the book, because basically obviously we have Liam Neeson who's the tree, and it kind of takes you out of the seriousness a little bit, which is kind of similar in the book, but it didn't feel as surreal somehow. And then he tells these like little stories which are really beautifully animated in this film, but again in the book, I don't know. Also, I should note, I read the illustrated version of the book, which I think is fantastic and definitely a way to go to which one to read. I should have brought it down with me, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's enough about the musicals, but I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a very well done film, very great, acting was great, but it just didn't hit me as hard as the book, but maybe it's because I already knew the story. So again, I can't really, that's my perspective on it as I read the book point of view. The next film that I watched was The Great Wall with Matt Damon. Okay, this is kind of another rambly, maybe this is such a rambly Friday reviews, I'm sorry. Okay, this one I only had half an hour left. We thought we had more left, we didn't. I was like, okay, I remember all what had happened before, so I was all up to speed, and I was like, right, okay, I know where we're at, let's go. And I think I should have watched this one in one go, because I was really enjoying the film. I thought, you know, I went into this knowing I was expecting cheesy, crazy fun, not like a historical Chinese film about the Great Wall. And I got cheesy, crazy, weird fun for the most part. I think the kind of battle scenes on the wall were very cool, because a lot of the costumes were cool, and a lot of the things, like the weapons they used and things they did to like get the weapons, were really cool, and I really liked that. I was like, oh, this is cool, this is fun. The whole beast thing, I was like, okay, it was kind of weird, and then things got a bit confusing. I was like, right, it kind of got a bit weird, to be honest, and it was fun enough, and I feel like it was a film that I had a fun time watching, because I watched it, me and Josh watched this together, and we were kind of like poking fun at the film at times, like, oh, what's going on here, like, what's all this about, and like, well, if this, you know, kind of having a discussion about the film, poking fun at it, and that was just kind of fun and an enjoyable time, and I enjoy doing that sometimes. So I gave this maybe 3.5 stars, but I also feel like for its category, which I would put in kind of popcorn flick, action, cheesiness, I had just the week before watched Kong Skull Island, and for me, Kong Skull Island completely succeeds at every level for that kind of movie. If I want that kind of movie, Kong Skull Island had it all. That's, when I'm in the mood for that type of movie, that's the kind of one I want. One that does it really well. This one was just kind of an average popcorn movie, which I felt they're supposed to be, but for me, I don't know if I'd watch it again, but I wouldn't be like, oh, I have to watch that again. Do you know if it was that somebody I knew came around and said, do you want to watch a film? What do you want to pick? They said, oh, The Great Wall. I'd be like, okay, you know, not really a big deal. I would watch it again, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again soon. So yes, The Great Wall. The next one on my list is La La Land, and I feel like down in the description, instead of putting a time frame, I think I'll just put a link, because I did a whole video about this film. I uploaded it 2 days ago, so I don't really think, I don't want to repeat myself here because it's not very pointful. So if you're really interested in my thoughts for La La Land, I have got a video talking about it. I personally didn't enjoy it very much. I think that it's a very well made, beautifully looking film, and I really like the director, what's his name, Damien Chazelle, because I love Whiplash. Whiplash is fantastic, I think, and I thought it was beautifully looking, but it just wasn't really for me, because I didn't really enjoy the music, and I thought that's the main, you know, part in a musical. You've got to really enjoy the music to really get on board with the film, and it wasn't really for me, but I have got a whole video about it, so you can check that out. And finally, our newest release, The Boss Baby. Okay, so I was really excited for this because I really like DreamWorks. They've been growing on me for the past maybe 7, 8, 10 years. They went through like a kind of spurt where I was like, no, DreamWorks kind of just okay, and they weren't really the best. And then they really picked things up. Like, I really love How to Train Your Dragon, of course. I really love The Croods. I think it's one of my favourites. Rise of the Guardians, I think it's fantastic. Like, there's so many great DreamWorks films now that I really, really love, so I really look forward to them. And earlier on in the year, in February, I picked up Trolls, which I watched, and I said, yeah, okay, I enjoyed that. And then as time's gone by, I always want to rewatch Trolls. I don't know what it is, and I get it stuck in my mind. It's the only film I've rewatched of this year so far, and I really like Trolls. I feel like I really love it. I give it 4.5 now. I initially gave it 4. It started to grow on me over time, and I like Trolls. It's a good film. Okay, so The Boss Baby, I was really looking forward to because of like all this stuff I said about DreamWorks, and this is obviously their newest one. I was like, yes, this looks fun, it looks cute, and it kind of, I don't know, it's tricky. It kind of felt a little bit flat for me, but I still gave it a good rating because I thought there was definitely some funny parts that I really laughed out loud at. And again, I watched this with Josh, as I do with all the movie hoods, and he laughed out loud. We were laughing, it was kind of fun. And then there were some parts that were a little bit weird, and it was kind of a little bit, I don't know, there was something about it that just didn't click with me, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it was. There was just something that I felt was a little bit off. And I think, well, I don't know what the overall thing was, but I also think I had a little bit of a problem at the beginning of the film with the older boy. So basically, there's this family, they've got one older boy, maybe he's like 7, and then they kind of get this new baby. And the older boy, I couldn't warm to him really. So I was having a little bit of trouble with that. And then it was also reminding me of Storks, because in Storks there's a little boy, but he really wants a baby brother or sister. And the little boy in Storks, like, he's about the same kind of age, and there's obviously a mum and dad and a little boy. He's the only child so far. And it's kind of felt like a similar family situation in the beginning of this one. And I really loved the little boy in Storks. I thought he was so cute, and I just loved him. Whereas this little boy, I just was like, And then he kind of grew on me, and then there was quite a lot of funny parts. I definitely think I enjoyed the second half of the film more than the first, but I feel like it had some memorable moments. And at the end, I was just like, oh, it's really cute, and it was kind of like nice and heartwarming ending, you know, and I liked it. So I gave it 4 stars, which I feel like I kind of rated it up, because, I don't know, I gave Secret Life of Pets 3.5, and I thought this was better than Secret Life of Pets, so I was like, well, I'll give it 4, because it had the stuff there to, I don't know, but I feel like it was more of like a 3.75, but I don't do more than 3.5 and then 4, I don't do the little more 0.5s, so yeah. That's The Boss Baby. I don't have a massive amount to say about it, because like I say, I was a bit unsure, but I think I'll rewatch it soon so that I can gather more thoughts on it. But I think as animations go, I enjoyed Sing more, and I gave that 4. And I definitely enjoyed Moana more, and I gave that 4. So it's not a high 4, it's just kind of made it to 4, like I say. But yeah, The Boss Baby, not DreamWorks best, but I feel like it could grow on me, because I didn't like Trolls that much initially, and now I really like Trolls, so who knows. So that is it for my Friday reviews. Those are the 4, well, more 3, but those are the 4 that I talked about today, and all the ones that I watched this week. I'm hoping to finish up July's films. I've got, let me think, 1, 2, 3 July films left to watch, so hopefully by next Friday I will have watched all of those. So thumbs up if you enjoy Friday reviews. Don't forget to comment down below on your thoughts on any of these films, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!